Welcome back to TGIF. All right, y'all. At the top of the month, questions were raised about Kyrie Irving's vaccination status after he joined the Brooklyn Nets media day virtually. Now, Fox Sports had previously cited that Kyrie had not received his first shot of the vaccine. Now, according to Tim Bontemps of ESPN, players who miss games due to being unvaccinated will risk losing out on 191.6 of their yearly salary. For Irving, that risk means a possible $380,000 will be deducted from his salary per game. What are your thoughts on the story? I know there's a really strict New York vaccine protocol, and players in New York, the market, they have to have at least one vaccination shot just to even practice in New York. What are your thoughts?
Listen, I am all for freedom of speech. I am all for freedom of choice, but freedom of speech nor freedom of choice mean freedom of consequence. Additionally, with New York being as stacked and as densely populated as it is, I think the vaccination mandate is it's a necessary evil, especially when you're talking about a basketball player playing in a New York arena with New York fans that can go out and then spread it, COVID all amongst a New York City. It's a necessary evil, and to some, it's infringing upon people's rights or whatever the case may be. But in the case of Kyrie Irving, I really do not care. You live a very extremely privileged life. It comes with a cost. Getting the vaccine is the damn cost. Pay the fine or move and go do something else.
Al, what do you think?
Let's just have a serious conversation about this. We're not talking about $380,000 for Kyrie. We're talking about if he stays unvaccinated for the entire season, we're talking about $15 million this young man has to forfeit. And I would hope, number one, that he's much smarter than that. Okay, let's just, if we really want to talk about the vaccine, and we're not talking about fodder from or public fodder from television right now. We're talking about the truth of a vaccine. All right. You have to have 5 vaccines to even go to school these days. I mean, have we forgot? And these 5 vaccines, you have no idea what's in those vaccines. Number one, you have to have a tetanus shot, a tetanus vaccine in order to go to school or college. Number 2, you have to have a hepatitis B vaccine in order to go to school, elementary school, high school, or college. You have to have a measles, mumps, and a rubella vaccine before you can go to college, high school, or to play in the league. You have to have a polio vaccine, and you have to have a chickenpox vaccine. These are all required by law. Why are we all of a sudden in uproar over the COVID-19 vaccine when these 5 vaccines you've been required by law all your life to have, depending on where you work and where you go to school and what profession you have? Do you know what's in a chickenpox vaccine? Do you know what's in a polio vaccine? Do you know what's in a hepatitis vaccine? Do you know what's in a tetanus vaccine? Tell me right now if you know. And if you know, then you know the compounds are very similar to that of the COVID-19 vaccine. So explain it to me, people. You will take the other 5, but you don't want to take this one because of the public fodder around it. I need some answers.
And to piggyback on that, on top of the vaccines that you have to take to go to school or to go to Africa, certain parts, I had to take a yellow fever get vaccine for that. I was like,
malaria.
Oh, yeah, all these things, right? These be the same people that be at Greenhouse in New York, passing a blunt from someone they don't know, doing Molly from people they don't know, doing MDMA from people they don't know, getting bags of Coke slipped into their hands at the club. I've seen it. I've seen NBA players, I'm not going to say their name because y'all going to say I'm messy, NBA players at Greenhouse in New York, night before playoff games. Okay. Getting high as hell from strangers. I've seen it. So I'm just saying, people are out here eating beef jerky, eating other people's booties, oral sex with people they just met, but all of a sudden they want to know all the compounds and everything. That is kind of funny to me.
And then if you gave them the compounds, they wouldn't even know what
you know what it is. But are you seriously going to give up $15 million because you think this is a conspiracy of some sort?
Around that 1 million mark. He gonna toe the
He gonna change his mind.
He gonna toe the corporate line. He trying to make a stance right now, but that 380 that hit different when you multiply that times 3, 4, and 5. That hit different when them mortgage payments and all them Range Rover payments come due at the same time.
And sneaking those women in and out of hotels.
The landscaping bill got to be paid. You'll be like, damn, I could have paid all of that with 380.
The side piece talking about the car due.
Now, on the flip, I do understand that this vaccine it feels put together quickly, but it's based on research from other vaccines. It's not just, it didn't start from scratch with this vaccine, but I get being cautious. But some people, there's all these fake scientists now on YouTube now and on Instagram. And
again, Claudia, even with that explanation is indicative of ignorance around science. COVID is a derivative of SARS.
Yeah.
Much to Al's point, the SARS vaccine already existed. All they had to do was tweak it a little bit for the variant that we now call COVID. So y'all, even when y'all think y'all know what y'all talking about, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Coronavirus has been around for a very long time.
Yes.
This is a novel, it's a new one, but it's a version of what's been around for many years.